Hello everyone, Andy Edwards here again. So a few of you have reached out to me regarding my video from Sunday. Spoke to quite a lot of you in this group, this FLC family. We're all trying to help each other. And a few of you are running stores, e-com stores, which is good to see. For those of you who don't know what business you want to do, that is a good starting point. You can run a one product store and make an extreme lot of money if you find the correct product. So I just want to tell you a bit about phase one testing strategy, and I'll show you a testing strategy that I'm doing, and I'll just break it down for you. This is going to be a big part of this ecom course that I'm going to do, and it just reiterates the more people that ask me for help and ask me to share some knowledge and video values proves just how much we need this family, this network that we've got within Masters Circle need this help and guidance with Shopify and ecom, and this freedom lifestyle that we're all searching for, because it's hard, it's not easy, but once you get these fundamentals right and you learn these skills, you can do this again and again and again and again and again and again. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to talk a bit about a testing phase, or a phase that you can do to quite easily make a couple $100 a day through Facebook ads. I know that'd be more than enough for some of you. I can talk about scaling and lookalike audience and stuff in future videos, but this is just to give you, like I say, a broad understanding, and hopefully there'll be a lot of questions. I'll share this as a watch party as well, and I'll answer any questions or any feedback. Like I say, this will be a bigger part of a course that I'm going to be doing with a webinar, so that'll be out in due course. But for now, let's just dive right in, and I'll show you how to do Facebook ads on a test phase. Okay, so a lot of yous are looking to start a business, you're looking to drop ship a product. Hopefully you should have found a trending product by now, or you're pushing jewellery, or you're pushing phone cases in Chais who reached out. Or so what I want to do is show you how I do it from an e-com point of view, and how I do it for a lot of our clients as well. So first things first, I'm going to create a dummy ad, and then I'll show you one that I've just done for a dog harness product that we're testing. So you'd want to, if you're in your ads manager, you're going to click on this button here and click create. Okay, in the moment, this is just a test screen, so obviously we fill in the details in a moment, I'll talk about it. So the campaign name can be anything you want. So in this harness, I'll go Andy's test product, and we're testing the UK for people 18+, okay? The buying type you want will be set to auction, because you're competing with other people in the same interest. You don't want traffic, because traffic doesn't get you sales. Not bother what people tell you, you don't want traffic to it. If you're looking at purchases, you want to optimize straight away for purchase, because this Facebook algorithm is looking to find you customers. And what you want to do is, you don't want people who are just going to like and comment on a video for you. You want people who are going to purchase, end of. That's how you're making money with a Shopify store. It's people with conversions and purchases. Same with cost per leads. Whilst post engagement will work for a brand new site and a pixel and try and build brand awareness, it is basically artificial, inflating the likes, the comments, and the social proof. It does help at the beginning for cost per lead and when you're trying to build a brand, but for purchase you can go straight into conversion rate optimization. So for this, we will pick conversions. Okay, and what you want to do is basically you can generate leads from the ads that you do with cost per purchase. You want it to be CBO, which is campaign budget optimization. Now this all depends on your marketing budget. So a lot of yous will start with a very small budget because you may not have it, but you've got to understand, from a law of attraction point of view, you're coming from a scarcity mindset. So you're coming from, oh, I don't have the money, and you need money to make money. That's true, but it's called cash flow for a reason. It's got to flow in this infinity circle. You've got to give to receive. What you put out, you get back. We all know this. We're on the same journey. So don't come from a scarcity mindset. By all means, stay within your budget, but allocate a budget. We can talk about advanced methods. You can talk about putting it on credit cards and getting chargebacks or anything. I'll put that in a course. but you want to put some money aside, and you want to put enough aside for at least 10 to 14 days of testing. What you're trying to do in this phase, you want to try and at least break even, because you're gathering data and you're trying to move on to phase 2 and phase 3, which is lookalike audiences. But you want to make sure either you gather data or you become profitable. Hopefully you become profitable, and then you just carry on, you do what's called horizontal, and you could do what's called vertical scaling. I'll tell you about that more. So you could change the campaign budget. For mine, I've done it at £50 a day, and I'll explain why in a moment. Now for here, this would be the ad set name. This is based on the interest. For now, you can just call it interest 1. And then for ad, you could call it ad 1, or you can call it test 1, okay? And then you click save to draft. And then it takes you to this screen here. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to jump into the dog harness, the one that I've created today for this test, and I'll explain a bit more detail about that as well, okay? So if we go into here, and this is one that I've already created today, and this is one that's going to start at 12 o'clock tonight, probably about half an hour time of recording this video. So we go into the campaigns, and we click on this one. Okay, and I just want to break it down a bit. So what you want to do, you want to set your budget. You can set that in the previous one, and then you want your bidding will be automatic. It's like I said, it's coming. The campaign bid strategy should always be on highest value or lowest cost, because obviously you want to get more clicks, more purchases for the value of the money that you've got. That should be set to that by default. If not, you just come in and click edit, and then you just click it from here. Okay. And then the interest that we just created, we just go into here. Now, but at this point, you should have set up a Facebook pixel, but if you haven't, let me know and I'll teach you how to create a Facebook pixel. And then what you're doing, you want to optimize these as this CBO for purchase, because that's what you're trying to go for. So you'd select purchase. We just come off this a second to show you. It shows you viewed content, initiate checkout, add to cart, add payment info, search, but you want purchase, okay? And you always want to start it from 12 o'clock in the morning from the next day. The reason being, I know you may be quite excited to get these ads up and running. Now, if you was to run the ad, say, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and it gets approved, what will happen is that £50 budget that we've allocated, Facebook will try and use that £50 budget between the 6 hours from 6 PM to 12 PM, and it won't optimize correctly because you've only optimizing based on that 6 hour window. Where if you set it from 12 o'clock in the morning, you've got 24 hours for it to use that budget and to optimize and set the times as well. So that's why you do that, okay? You don't want to schedule end date, because at the moment we're in a test phase and you can literally just turn it on and off. If it's profitable, you'd keep it on, you wouldn't want to end it, okay? So the audience, we're not doing custom audiences at this stage. I'm not doing LLAs. We'll look into that in future videos. So you leave that blank. Your location all depends on your geo and where your product's from and where you want to target. You know, you used to be able to target worldwide. At the moment, with the coronavirus, there is massive delays on postage. Things coming out of China for most drop shipping, it's taking nearly 2 months to get to Canada, depending on your freight company and your fulfillment. And if you want to do it within 2 weeks, you're just paying through the nose on postage and packaging. So we're based in the UK, so it's the United Kingdom, and I can still guarantee 2 week delivery with a new supplier in the US. So I've picked United Kingdom and US. Okay, so that gives me a potential reach audience of about 17 million. The broader the better. So if you have a narrow audience, less than 10 million, you could go through that narrow audience quite quickly, depending on the pockets that it puts you in the budget. The broader the audience, the more data you're giving the Facebook algorithm to work with. Okay, so that's that. The age you want to leave open at 18 to 65 plus. You can always barrel down and later target at a later date. For now, we're just testing to see if the creatives and the interest is working. Again, all genders, unless you're using a gender specific product, unless it's a beauty product for women, or it's a gym equipment for man. If not, just leave it as all genders. We're selling a dog harness in this instance, so it's gender neutral. Okay, the detailed targeting, these are the interests we'll look at in a moment. But what you want to do, especially those who are drop shipping or into marketing, you want to exclude people who like or follow anything to do with AliExpress, and people who are into drop shipping. People are getting wise to drop shipping now, especially while they've been in lockdown, because they're seeing that the product is not either not worth the quality, or you'll see on eBay or you'll see on comments, oh, I can drop ship this, I can get this from AliExpress or Alibaba for $10. So people are getting wise. So you need to kind of build a brand, and you need to get a product. You can still make a lot of money. You just got to box clever. And by excluding AliExpress and dropshippers, you also stop your competitors from seeing your ads. There is still ways to see it through Ads Library, but they won't see the ads in the newsfeed. So it means obviously you're not trying to compete with yourself. And if you do find a pioneer or a good product and you make a lot of money from it, and obviously you want that to continue. You don't want to just unfortunately create more and more competition, because they'll be fishing in the same ponds. They may have a bigger budget than you, and it'll just saturate the market on that product. So you want to do that, okay? You want to turn off detailed targeting expansion because it wastes your money. I've tested this with and without, and it does waste a lot of money, a lot of clicks. So turn it off, because you're telling Facebook to look above and beyond the interest that you're targeting, but you're trying to find a profitable interest at this moment in time. Languages, you want that to be English all. The reason being, if you're creating an English targeted ad and you're writing in English, what you want to do is you want to target people who are English speaking. Otherwise that ad or that click or whatever will be wasted on that person if they don't speak any English. So yeah, so you want to do that as well, because you can target people living in United Kingdom, United States. Obviously you could have Hispanic, you could have other people who don't speak English, and that they would see that ad. So that you want to do that English all. Automatic placement, at this moment in time you don't know what's going to work or what doesn't, so you keep that automatic placement and let Facebook do the work for you. Again, optimize for conversions, and then the last conversion window, you want it to be 7 days after clicking or 1 day after viewing. So that's it. Okay, so once you've got that, what we're doing, we're looking for an interest. So I am kind of already ahead. So I found the trending product, I managed to source the product cheaper. I've looked into what my competitors are doing, I've reverse engineered their ads, and I've found out what audiences they're targeting. So in this instance, they're targeting dog walking, because a lot of people will put a dog harness on a dog to walk the dog. Seems quite simple. So that's that. You can see that the target audience size is 25 million, which is more than what we need for a broad match, and we're not going to exhaust that pool of customers, so we'll keep that in there. And then also you look at suggestions as well, and it'll come up with different interests. Again, so dog grooming, dog behaviour, dog toy, dog collar, you get the gist. Okay, so with that we've done that. With that being said, we go on to one of the ads. Okay, so this is my brand. You can go and check it out. It's for my dog. We are building it as a brand, and we're building it as a separate limited company or an LLC if you're in America. That's Roland, and he's scruffy Ketwick hair. He's here. But we've sourced our own videos, so you want to make sure that your Facebook and your Instagram are linked, so then that way it will show it more verified to your customers. And then you want to, video ads work a lot better than picture ads. Having said that, if the picture sells a product and it's a good high quality picture, they work just as well. We're running many clients ad campaigns at the moment just with video ads or carousel ads, and they are smashing it with a 3+ ROAS. So yeah, you don't need videos, but videos do help sell it and explain the product a lot more, and it does help you when you come to do the LLAs, because you can target a lot more as well based on video views. We tend to keep the average video view to about 35 seconds, so 30 seconds of the ad basically, and a 5-second outro basically a shot. Now I'll show you the video in a moment. The ad copy that works a lot better is testimonial ads. So you create a testimonial, you do the 5-star, people subliminally associate that with Amazon. You then can do some call to action, so easy on and off in 2 seconds, which is an easy slip-on harness. We're giving them 20% off at the moment, which we can do because of our profit margins. Get yours today helps create a sense of urgency, and then the buy now button as well, which will link to the product description and the URL. The headline, we basically want to just reiterate what it does and why they should buy it. So in this case, it stops the dog from pulling, and it stops choking a dog from a normal lead. And then we want to create a sense of urgency and scarcity marketing with a description which just shows underneath here. So limited time sale, 50% today only, buy now, get one free, free shipping, that type of thing. The website URL, again, we copied. The display URL, we just want to show the main URL, because what can happen is someone could see this and then they could just dismiss it, or they could be in work and they make a note of it, and then we'll come back and they will go direct to the site, and then we will get the cost per purchase for a lot less, because we get to keep all of it, because we're not paying out on Google and Facebook ads. And then you also want to make your call to action to shop now. If you're running a webinar, it could be learn more, or more offer. There's lots of them, so you can get offer, get quote, show times, play game. But if you're doing conversion ads and you own a shop and you want to get people to buy items from your shop, it makes sense to make shops now. Okay, and then make sure that your Facebook pixel is tracking. And then what we do then is we're keeping the same ad copy, but we're changing the video, because what we want to do, we can always test the ad copy, but at this stage, because we're running video ads, we want to see which of the video ads is most profitable. So we have 3 different video ads, and all I've done here is, once I've got the ad copy right, I just clicked here and I just duplicated it and I created 2 more copies, and then I got into the other copy. Okay, and what we've done here is we've kept the ad copy the same. All we've done is we've changed the video out and we've changed the thumbnail. You can either create your own thumbnails, or you can let Facebook decide for you. You just click edit video, go to thumbnail, and then you want to choose a different thumbnail. You want something that's going to create a pattern interrupt. Obviously, do you see it? Oh, look at that nice dog, or you see that, or it catches the eye. Something that's not got too much content in it. So we picked a picture of a dog with the harness going on, and we'll test this and we'll keep split testing it. We'll see what we're trying to do at this stage. We're just trying to see that it's got traction, that we're getting the video views, that we're getting the audience, that we've picked the right audience, and that we're going to get some sales. At this stage, you want to try and break even, or ideally come into profit. So what we will do, these ads will run for the next 2 days, for 48 hours, which will give Facebook a chance to optimize them based on the budget that we've selected. And the reason we've selected the £50 is because we have 3 ads running in each ad set, so that we've got 9 ads in total. So roughly the £50 we split around £5 per ad per day, with a little over. So we're trying to see which the ad performs the best in which interest before we can go on to the next stage. So yeah, just a small. I did want to try and keep it small video, and conscious at the time as well. So we will load this now, and what you're looking for in the next 48 hours, ideally you want to get at least 3 purchases, ideally 5 or more purchases, and we want to see what the cost per purchase will be. And at this stage we want to try and at least break even or become profitable for the £100 or the $10 or $20 that you're willing to spend. If you only have a few purchases within them 48 hours, then there'll be something wrong, whether it's the funnel, whether it's the product page, whether it's the ad itself. You can see straight away based on your click-through rate, your cost per click. But at this stage, we're just trying to see if the ads have got traction. And that should be more enough to go off and get you guys started, for those who reached out to me. Again, I expect there to be a lot of questions, because we could go on about all this all day. But put the questions in the comments below. If anyone needs any help with these ads, get in touch. If anyone has been running ads and just wants me to run their eye over them and just give you some pointers, I can do that as well. We're all here to help each other. But yeah, until next time everybody, I love you and leave you. Goodbye.